For me, this election is so fundamentally important because it is the first presidential election that I will vote in as a mom. Now, not surprisingly, in my family, it was impossible to not have known growing up that who was running for public office and holding public office was really important. Some of my earliest memories are going to rallies and events like this and waving American flags in support of my dad running for governor. And yet somehow, oh yes, I'm very biased towards my dad too, so feel free to applaud for him as well. And yet somehow this election just feels that much more crucial because whomever we elect as our next president will help steward the country and the world that my children will grow up in.
This morning when we got up and she was trying to explain to me what was going on. The hotter this election gets, the more I wish I were just a former president and just for a few months, not the spouse of the next one. Because, you know, I have to be careful what I say. And I'm so happy all the time because of our granddaughter and grandchild-to-be that I'm not mad at anybody, but I respect the anger, the apprehension, and the anxiety that so many Americans have.
I am thrilled to be here the day before the first of the nation primary to make my final push to convince as many Granite Staters as possible to come out and vote for me tomorrow. I don't think a little snow is going to stop anybody, do you? Well, it is a great privilege once again to be competing in this primary, asking all of you to conduct the most important job interview in the country, because that in effect is what it is. And I know voters in New Hampshire give everybody a first, a second, sometimes a third and a fourth look. And I thank everybody here who's already made up their mind and you're coming to vote for me tomorrow. I appreciate you. I'm grateful to you. And for all of those of you who are still deciding, still shopping, I hope I can close the deal between now and the time the polls close. I think that there is a lot that we have to be against, And to all the young people who are supporting my opponent, I thank you too. I thank you for being part of this process, for understanding the importance of getting involved in the politics of America if you want the future that you deserve. And I will say this to them: you may not support me now, but I will always support you, and I will always have your back, and I will always work to produce results for you. And I am thrilled to have my husband here because, you know, New Hampshire means a lot to us, going all the way back to 1992, when New Hampshire gave Bill a chance, really, to come out of here with momentum and head toward the nomination. And we've never forgotten that. We've also never forgotten how important it was to make the changes happen that he talked about in that campaign. A lot we have to prevent: the abuse of power, economic or political,